It's such an interesting time. We live in such a phenomenal time, a time when we are literally sending rockets into the heavens that come back down and land again to be reused. You know, we live in a time where you can take something out of your pocket and send a message to anyone, anywhere in the world, and they can write back like that. But yet the same problems, so many of the same problems that we had in this country a century ago, right here in this county, right here in Wilmington, we still have today. And in some ways, it's not that we haven't made progress, we've even regressed. And it's amazing just when you stop and think, when you look at levels of income inequality. You look at some of our schools, the level of education that some of our kids are getting. And it's just not acceptable. Then you think that, you know, I learned in school that there was, throughout the first part of the 20th century, de jure segregation. There was de jure racial hatred. It was the law of the land of our country, our state, and our municipalities, and across most of the country, that blacks and whites were not equal, that men and women were not equal. And it was written into our laws. And in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, things changed. The laws changed. Yet what I learned in school is there was still de facto segregation. There was still de facto racial hatred, and we had to work to change that. And I always thought that we are together with government trying to change it. But now you look at Washington and you wonder, what are we? What are we? You look at our Supreme Court and you wonder, is it really de facto, or is part of it now de jure once again? And so all I can tell you is we need to keep fighting. Things like this are so important. The support of groups like the Kellogg Foundation nationally, saying we need to keep this on the top of our agenda. There is a political party, a major political party, I'm not going to tell you which political party it is, but there's a major political party out there that has, as one of its strategies, to talk about race and racial hatred, because they think there's political benefit. They think the way you get the white vote is you talk about race. They're saying that very openly. We want the Democrats to talk about race. We want people having events like this about racial healing, because they're betting that most of this country is racist, quite frankly. And it's up to people in this room. I realize I'm speaking to the choir. I realize I'm preaching to the choir. But it's up to people in this room to stand up and say it's not like that. Yes, we want to talk about race. And yes, we want to talk about issues of equality. Yes, we want to talk about the fact that Wilmington and Newcastle County and Delaware are not where they should be in 2018. We want to talk about them openly and honestly, and we know that the majority of this country is behind us and headed in the right direction. So thank you all for coming today. Thank you for everyone at the Human Relations Commission for putting this together on such short notice, and what you do, and for, of course, doing it right here at the Route 9 Innovation Center. Thank you.